His army of clones at his jaw did they revel. They came after us, crossed the borderline, took all our offers to send down their mines, while the feathered beast read out dear Bob. So cried the trekker, this madness must stop. Toss a coin to your trekker, oh planet of plenty, oh planet of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your trekker, oh planet of plenty. The vile Kurogans fled and hid what they had stole. The orphan was shackled and kept in the cold. But he did not relent. The third king was hell-bent. He slayed the Kurogans, then to Bird's house he went. And with a mighty blow he struck that button red. The mighty bird folded into by his bed. That's my epic tale, our champion prevailed. So let's drink a toast with some Romulan ale. Toss a coin to your trekker, oh planet of plenty, oh planet of plenty, oh.
This is Joshua's birth.
Toss a coin to your trekker, oh planet of plenty, oh planet of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your trekker, oh planet of plenty, oh planet of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your trekker, the great turd of Stanley.
Sad rear own. There's no one, just me only, sitting on my little throne. I work very hard and make up great friends. Nobody listens, no one understands. Seems like no one takes me seriously. So I'm lonely. Have it around me, pour it on me. There's nobody I can re-rate you. Feel like a bird in a cage. It's kinda cheery, but not reary, 'cause it's fearing my body with rage. I'm the world's most athletic, most physically fit, but nobody else seems to realize it. When I change the world, maybe they'll notice me. But until then, I just be lonely. Yeah, rid of lonely. Pour it on me. I'm so
Now that's a franchise I'd watch.
Think you know why you are here. There's a part of you that the normies fear. Know the truth is what you see. So we welcome you to the home of geeks. Of the oddball, the neglected, the outcast, the rejected. We're all here to celebrate. need to be a packlet. We've done away with all the hatred. Every show you love is here. So kick back and grab a beer. There's plenty of discussion, no agenda that we're pushing. We're just here to celebrate and drag parade. We rebels in the wondrous battle strange. Whenever we are here, we see clear, there's no fear. It's steady, every nerd has a voice to be heard. But here everyone's a third. We are a sci-fi menagerie. We've got every alien from A to Z. We know this is where you want to be. We're the greatest channel in the galaxy. And decorate. Rebels in the wondrous and strange. Whenever we are here, we see clear. There's no fear. Cause it's steady, every nerd has a voice to be heard. Cause here everyone's a third. A third. Oh yeah. A third.
Crawford. It's Joshua's birthday. Kapla to Joshua Crawford, the anti-tracker's son. I don't know that he's really anti-tracker's son. We know he's Mrs. Anti-tracker's son, if you know what I mean. But, you know, anti-tracker is taking care of him nonetheless. So it's very, very, very nice of him. That
Bird. Yeah. Anyway, Alexander puts a couple of bucks in. Thank you, Alexander. I don't know if the computer thing's going to catch it or not because I switched screens. Says Asian Muslim life born in the USSR is the best choice. Thank you so much, Alexander. I do appreciate it. I truly do, especially on a rough day like this has been so far. I'll get into that in a minute. Indy Tiger was first in the house, says hello. Darth Revan says first. Bird of Praise. Rambling Canuck says good morning. By the way, if you have not seen it, Rambling Canuck did a video. He asked me to check it out, which I just did before I started this live stream, where he talks about his history as being a security guard and the idea of defunding police and why that he believes that that is such a horrible, horrible idea. And I agree. I think that there's one caveat I would add to it, because I know that you're correct that a lot of people, you know, like at one point in the video he talked about.
hello,
Oh, and then Maury donated a
I got it! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
You are the father.
Thank you, Maury. I appreciate that. I kind of knew that already, but I appreciate it. So one caveat I would add to it is that you're correct that while people generally don't say, ooh, I want to be a security guard. That's because if you use the term security guard as opposed to, say, private security, those can be looked at as two different things. I mean, if you think about, there are certain groups that are considered complete and total badasses that are private security, but they're generally hired by the United States military. And they do get really good training, and in fact, in some ways, their training is superior to even our military training. But are they the people you want doing, you know, run-of-the-mill security checks and law enforcement duties? No, obviously. And I agree with your overall point. It's a very good video. You can tell it's definitely from the heart. If you haven't checked it out, go to Rambling Canucks channel and check it out. Captain Trek put the link in this discussion already. So good job with that one, Canuck. 47 Yorktown says hello. Let's see. Oh, Darth Maul says it's early. Are you preparing for battle with Kuroga? Well, not really. I mean, Kuroga is a dick move of Bird of Prey, but, you know, that's just Bird of Prey being Bird of Prey, you know. Dick moves are what he does, because, you know, you are what you eat. And Bird of Prey's a dick. Captain Trek says, good morning. Yosef is in the house, complimenting Rambling Canucks video. He also said fist earlier. I'm assuming that that's Slovakian for first. At least I hope so. And let's see. JP says, derp, 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 derpity, derp. Yeah, that's about how I feel right now. Darth Revan says, what Bird's Burger should have been Beagle Bites. What is your obsession with Beagle Bites, Darth Revan? You are a sick, sick man. Was that Thelma in a red shirt? I'm not sure exactly which character you were talking about, so I would have to go back. I'd have to know exactly when you were talking about. But no, I don't think Joshua did anything with Thelma in it. By the way, Joshua does truly appreciate those of you that were able to donate to him getting a Steam card. He did end up getting a $100 Steam card. He was very happy. He already spent some of it, but not all of it. He is very conservative with his money, which I appreciate. He's better about money than I am. But he's working on a special thank you for those of you that chipped in. And I also know that a couple of people said that they were sending him stuff. They just haven't gotten it to him on time. No big deal. If you have tracking information or anything, let me know when it arrives so that I can make sure to make a trip to the post office to pick it up. Because of the way I've been feeling lately, I haven't been exactly running around doing stuff every day. And so getting to the post office is a little bit of a chore. But I have no problem doing it for Joshua. I just want to make sure that... that I know if there is something there.
Hello,
and Alexander puts in another couple of bucks.
I got him! Great pin! Don't get cocky!
Michael Collins is a hero.
No idea who you're talking about. I don't know who Michael Collins is off the top of my head. Let me see. Michael Collins. Irish Revolutionary Soldier. Okay, well, that's great. I'm not going to call him a hero because I don't know. I would guess that since you're calling him a hero, Alexander, I would probably disagree with him. But I don't know. But please, I don't want to turn this into a political discussion about the difficulties that Ireland has dealt with. In the new Looney Tunes, Bug Bunny won't even say this means war. He just says this means, Well, that makes sense.
Hello,
and Bird of Prey donated $1.
I got him! Great pin! Don't get cocky!
I stand by my statement. Bring it on, old man.
Now that's the Bird of Prey, I know. Rambling Canuck says, thank you, you're more than welcome. Yes, those private security hired by the U.S. military are used for illegal black op missions. JP. Look, I understand that a lot of people have their personal opinions about it. However, whatever. Playing my own words against me is fake news. How's that fake news? I played your words. That's all it was.
It's Joshua's birthday. Kapla to Joshua Crawford, the anti-tracker's son. I don't know that he's really anti-tracker's son. We know he's Mrs. Anti-Tracker's son, if you know.
So you see, you're implying, of course, that Mrs. Anti-Tracker had an extramarital affair. Anyway, John Meyer says, Blackwater's most famous private security. If you made a security firm out of your audience, what would it be named? Well, Turdwater, of course. And let's see, Bill of Ted trailer was just released. Looks good. Oh, very cool. I'll have to check that out after the stream. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be funny. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings, Anti-Tracker and fellow nerds at work and going insane, trying to get info from other departments. I understand. And Bird of Prey donates another $1.
Great pin! Don't get cocky!
Michael Collins was also the third astronaut in the first lunar landing mission.
Well, now I don't know which Michael Collins Alexander was talking about. Nah, but I'm assuming, the first Michael Collins that came up on a Google search is someone from 1890, something to do with Ireland, and I don't even want to get into that one. All right, so, and
Hello,
LTG puts in a couple of bucks.
I got him! Great pin. Don't get cocky.
Your new Birdo Prey text-to-speech sounds great.
That's not text-to-speech. That's just Bird of Prey from his live stream yesterday, LD, where he insulted me and my wife. Yes. And so, whatever. Where was I? Let's see. Number one Sci-Fi says hello. So what are your real thoughts about the Batman TV series from the 60s? I'll tell you. When I was a kid, I used to watch the Batman TV series. And Alexander puts in another couple of bucks. Thank you, Alexander.
I got him! Great pin. Don't get cocky.
Michael, how was Discovery of America to you?
Well, I wasn't there personally, so I don't really have an opinion of it. Other than, in hindsight, I'm glad it happened because I wouldn't be here if it hadn't have happened. So, but I don't know. I wasn't there, so sorry. Anyway, thank you, Alexander. I do truly appreciate it, especially today. I'll tell you, I'm having a rough day, and you guys you're cheering me up, and I really appreciate that because I was down. I was seriously, I was sitting there when I was trying to come up with a name for this live stream today. I was like sitting there thinking, I quit. I'm done. YouTube's over. I don't want to do this anymore because I've just been so down the last couple of days, but today especially because my back is absolutely out of commission. I can barely, I'll tell you, I can't get out of this chair right. If the house were on fire, I could not get out of this chair right now. And so I absolutely cannot move. And it's, yeah. But thank you to all of you that with your comments, with your support. It means the world to me. It truly does. Except for Bird of Prey, of course. And Alexander puts in another $2.
I got him! Great pin. Don't get cocky.
Michael Collins' quote was a gift to Darth Raven.
Fair enough. If that, I know Darth Raven loves his Irish history. But yes. Anyway, Mike Collins is a national hero in Ireland. Yeah, but I don't know the details of it. I don't have an opinion on Michael Collins. I just know that he existed, and that's about it. So, but I'm not an expert on Irish history. I'm not a history buff in general. I know some basic stuff, but I'm certainly, and even though I am about half Irish, I don't know a lot about Irish history, and I probably should, but I just don't. Blackwater was renamed years ago several times. In fact, it later became Z Services and later still Academy. That's new. I did not know that, Darren. Thank you. And Darth Revan says, Michael Collins, he is more than one of the founders of my country. He is my great-grandmother's cousin. He is a great man. I have his picture on my wall. Repost. Well, Darth, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So you are related to Michael Collins. That would make sense. And Alexander,
I got him.
but it's funny because
Darth Raven is a relative of Michelle Collins.
yeah. Well, I don't think you would call him Michelle, but yes. And so that's what he just said. And the Cisco puts in a buck.
I got him. Great pin. Don't get cocky.
Michael Collins was the Ciarán Ayers of Ireland.
If he was, then I again don't know the history. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into the relative morality of terrorism versus freedom fighters versus. I don't want to get into that right now. I really don't. That's deep waters that I am not ready to swim in today. I want to try to keep it a little lighter if I can because I am having a really rough day, guys. Yeah, Bird postulated that Joshua may in fact be Dr. Alex's son since they both have British accents. Worst conspiracy theory ever. Well, you know, that's Bird of Prey for you. Darthern says, you okay, man? We're here for you if you want to talk to any of us, and we're here to talk. I appreciate that, Darth. I truly do. Soft Putty is in the house with googly eyes. Good to see you, Soft Putty. Sorry you're having pain. I'm going through the exact same thing. If you tried a TENS unit, shocks you gently. Yes. It's funny because I actually have one for my knee. They have specialized ones that you can get from the doctor that are for specific muscle groups and stuff. And I actually have one that wraps around my leg, and it does help a little bit with my knee when it's acting up. But unfortunately, I don't have anything good for my back.
Bird Opry has hired me to investigate the validity of your connection to Joshua, and I will get to the truth, no matter how I failed previous investigations. Now give me your tax returns emails, the tax returns of your entire family. Hail Karoga.
How exactly are the tax returns going to prove a genetic link? I'm curious about that. I mean, you're welcome to try, and I appreciate the efforts, but that's not going to help much.
Hello,
and Alexander puts in another couple of bucks. Thank you.
I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
Watch the movie with Liam Neeson about Collins.
Ah, that's so okay. I didn't know that I know the Liam. I can't remember the name of it, but I know the Liam Neeson movie you're talking about. But I didn't know that was about Michael Collins. Was it called Michael Collins? That's funny because I remember that Liam Neeson made a biopic about Ireland. So I think you're. That's funny because it's like I didn't know it was about Michael Collins. The movie's called Michael Collins.
I pledge allegiance to Kurdistan. I am a proud Kurdistani.
Well, I know that's fake, but thank you. And let's see. And LTG, man, you guys are going crazy. Thank you all. I truly appreciate it. I should be having a bad day every day.
No, you can't quit, you can't. You turn crap trek into funny review videos that are fun to watch. But if you do, could I get your subs before you go?
Wow, LD. Wow. I tell you, you know, allow the body to cool down a little bit before you start raping it, okay? But good to see you. Aberjam says, greetings, Uncle Turdistani. Since you haven't ever visited me, how about making up to your nephew by sending me a life's worth of presents and pocket money? I would love to send you a life's worth of presents and pocket money. If I ever get rich, you'll definitely be on my Christmas card list, Aberjam, because you're freaking awesome. JP says, oh God, TENS units are good in other areas as well. Like I said, I have one for my knee, but I don't have one that I can put on my back. If I did, I would probably be trying to use it right now. And Bird O'Prey puts in another buck.
I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
Aberjam, get back to your cell or you will get another beating.
Wow, Bird. Wow, dark, buddy. And that was real Bird there. And Alexander with another $2.
I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
I'm now eating in my room like all normal people.
Well, I don't know if all normal people eat in their room, but some normal people do eat in their room. Some normal people eat in the dining room or the kitchen, depending on the layout of where they live. Yes, it is called Michael Collins. If you want to prove he's related to you, grab his hand and put an STD disc into his hand, and if he screeches and his hand bursts into flames, he's yours. Well, keep in mind, Joshua made Super Chat 23. Isn't that proof enough? And Resolute Germ puts in a couple of bucks. Thank you.
Don't quit YouTube, quit that other crap job.
You know what, Resolute? I would if I could. I really, truly, days like this, I really wish I could, because doing both is exhausting sometimes. And I feel like, I mean, here's why I'll tell you where my thought process has been, okay? The job that I do, I'm not going to get into it because I promised I will never talk about my employer while I'm working for them. If I ever quit that job, then I'll talk about them left and right. But while I'm working with them, I will not. But the if I could, I'm good at that job. I mean, I really am. I'm ahead of the curve as far as my peers are concerned. I do very well as far as comparative to the rest of the people that I work with, and and it's not a horrible paying job. It's not a great paying job, but it's not a horrible paying job. And I could make more money there if I wanted to. Instead of doing YouTube stuff and stuff, I just focused all my spare time in working overtime. I could probably make as much or more than I'm making off of YouTube right now. So, and it would be easier. But I love doing the YouTube thing. I absolutely do. I love hanging out with you guys every day. I mean, that's like the highlight of my day is when I live stream. I actually, even though I suffered a lot recently from being able to get motivated and stuff, I love it when I'm getting into, like when I'm doing those reviews and I'm really like in the thick of it. I really enjoy doing that. And I just absolutely love doing it. But the problem is that, unless you get a channel to the size of a, at the very minimum, like a Trek Yards type size, like 50,000 subs or so, and you're getting consistent views on your videos, then it's very difficult to make a living doing it. Because while you guys on the super chats and stuff are awesome, that's like 90% of my YouTube income right now is the super chats. That shouldn't be the case. The super chat should just be icing on the cake. It shouldn't be the cake. And that's the problem, is that I can't get enough views on regular videos, no matter what. And I've tried several different things. There have been a few good videos that have been successful, like some of the ones that Mr. Miles edited together did really well, but we can't get that consistently. And when we started getting consistent traction, then all of a sudden YouTube did an algorithm change and bam, viewership went to crap. Now I can't get more than a few hundred people to watch a video, and it's absolutely driving me crazy. Because I would rather be doing the YouTube thing. And Alexander puts in another $2.
Good. We still wait the review of a Barbie movie.
I talked to Mrs. Anti-Tracker about that a little bit, because, we were saying maybe one of these days we'll do a joint review of the Barbie movie. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's going to be painful. And so, that's just, oh, don't. Anyway, Darth Revan says, prove I'm not Joshua. Have you ever seen the both of us in the same room? No coincidence? I think not. Hug me, Father. You owe me 31 years of pocket money and Christmases. Well, first of all, 31 years, and Joshua just turned 20. So there's my proof right there. Darth Ball says, food for thought. Did you know they have sushi bars where you can eat food displayed atop naked women? I've heard of such a practice. I think it's kind of gross, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I have nothing. I don't have a problem with naked women, and I don't particularly care for sushi. But let's say it was a better food, like hamburgers or something. But I don't want to eat food off of some random naked person that I don't know. I don't know where that person's been. I don't know what kind of hygiene they practice. I don't want, I don't want to eat food off of a random person. I don't care how attractive they may be. Just not something I'm interested in. Mountains of Elysium says, of course in Kuroga, we're always loot the body before they are dead. Money, trinkets, fillings, artificial limbs, etc. Then we kill them. Of course. I forgot Kurogans. Wait. What? You're quitting YouTube? What the heck did I... No, I said I was thinking about it because I've been so depressed with the fact that I can't get a video to perform, the fact that I'm feel like I'm working 24/7, stressed out like crazy, and can't make any progress. I'm just treading water. It's very, very frustrating. But then you guys always cheer me up. I love hanging out with you guys. So there is that. Anyway, let's see. So no, I'm not actually quitting. I just feel like it sometimes, and this is one of those times. Joshua says, Uncle, Anti-Trigger, did you find out your bird's uncle? No, definitely not. Bird's uncle is Paulie and is an enforcer for the Mafia. Darth Revan says, if you went to Portland and you little Miss Anti-Trekker you could have some flavored delights and call it a joint stream. Yes. Darth Revan, here's the thing. If Portland is too expensive to live there, and I wouldn't want to go back anyway, because the city has really gone downhill. I know I have some subscribers there, and Portland used to be a great place to live. The last time I visited, I was absolutely disgusted with it. The homeless camps everywhere, the fact that they haven't improved the traffic system in 20 plus years, and it's just getting completely out of hand. The politics of the city are absolutely insane, and the city is overrun with self-righteous fart-sniffing liberals, and I'm really not interested in that crowd. Don't get me wrong, I know there's a lot of good liberals out there, but we're talking about crazy leftists. The kind of people that, like, when Manu was sitting there celebrating how the people were burning down businesses and stuff during the protests. So I don't want to live amongst that ever again. So I read that. JP says, "Oh, there's a joke in there about the sushi, but I won't go there." Oh yeah, I know. And I don't particularly like sushi. I just don't like. It's not appealing to me at all. Joshua likes sushi, but I don't think he'd want to eat it off of a naked person. I think he'd think that was gross. There's no future in YouTube. Ad money, subscription, stream, tips, and merch are the things to focus on. Well, I get it, and I know that, like, I can do YouTube subscriptions now with my channel. I have not promoted it. I don't have the problem is that I don't have any energy right now. Everything I do is a massive strain. I mean, just getting out of and I'm not making this up. I wish I were. Getting out of bed every morning is painful and difficult, and sometimes takes a whole lot of time and effort to do. And then I gotta, I'm trying to get videos out. I'm trying to, obviously I have to do my regular job for 40 plus hours every week. And then on top of that, now they got new stuff they want me to learn, and I don't even know how it works yet. So I get it. YouTube subscriptions are an interesting idea. But then again, the problem is subscriptions really only benefit you if you have a ton of subscribers. Not subscriptions, but memberships, I think is what they call it. That only really benefits you if you have a ton of subscribers, because then you can do membership exclusive content. And if you have 100,000 subscribers, 10,000 of them will pay for memberships to get to your exclusive comment, and then that's $10,000. Bam. Make a video on the history of Kuroga. I might have to do that. There's a few things I want. I'll tell you. Here's some long-term projects that I want to do. I'm relearning Blender, and I forgot how much I really enjoyed doing 3D modeling and animation. I haven't done any animation in Blender yet. I'm trying to learn the Blender modeling workflow so that I can make more efficient models and stuff. Eventually, I want to make some good quality Blender animations, and I want to do that for a couple of things. Showcasing new Starship concepts and stuff, kind of like Resurrected Starships does. But I want to do it at a higher cinematic level than Resurrected does. Don't get me wrong, I think Resurrected does a good job, but the models that he puts out look like game models. They don't look like, say, film models. And I'm really into the, make them super high quality kind of stuff, or make them cartoony, one of the two, Then so that's number one. So I want to start doing that. Number two, I actually want to eventually produce an animated series then based on Space Force, not Space Force, the TV show, based on the real Space Force, and project it out. It's a show takes place about 50 years from now, and so that's something I really want to do as far as long term. Obviously, short term, I just want to get the channel growing to a point where I can just do the channel full time and focus in on that rather than have to divide my time between work and the channel. But there we go.
Hello, world.
And
I got him! Great hit! Don't get
Alexander
cocky.
says,
This is why you live on my Bolshevik money. Dollar bills face, dollar bills face, dollar bills face.
yeah, it's funny because, you know, if you're, I genuinely don't understand why do you know, you're very generous, Alexander, and I do appreciate that. I truly do. But you seem to, you seem to love money a lot for a guy who is a communist. Just a funny thought. In RimWorld, you want to wait for them to die. Their items become tainted, and you can't sell them for full price. Okay, I don't know anything about what you're talking about. Do a review video about The Mandalorian. You know, I might. The Mandalorian was really good, and I might do something like that before Season 2 comes out. Let me see. It's just a reminder for my next doctor's appointment. Yes, I'm going to show up for my doctor's appointment on Thursday. All right. Yes, greasy, hot hamburgers out the bodies of strippers. I see nothing to worry about with that idea. Well, no more than, you know, sushi. LDG says, serious for a second, Trigger. Please get with me on chat privately. I might have some ideas for you haven't tried to be the ALGO. To be the ALGO and get your fair chance of improving your views. I don't know what the ALGO is, LDG. But yeah, absolutely. You know, when I have a little bit of time, which is very few and far in between, the hipsters took over Portland, and the hipsters took over Portland some time ago. Darth Revan says, check your Discord to mod questions. Sorry about that. Darth Revan, you're killing me. Killing my smalls, man. If they, I don't know if people still say that. And let me see. Where is Discord? Hey, what you got here, Darth? Oh, yeah, you know, I saw that the other person dealt with that. I would say, yeah, if people are saying, yeah, because I don't know who the person in question is, Darth, for sure. But if they continue stuff like that, I have no problem with what was that happened in that particular instance. What are you talking about, Seattle? Wait, are you talking about Seattle? Well, no, specifically Portland. I never spent any real time in Seattle, so I can't speak for Seattle. I can only speak for how Portland, Oregon went from one of the most beautiful cities in America to a dumpster fire. Merch is always the sweetest plum. And you know, that's another thing. Like, I know my Teespring store is still ridiculously out of date. I need to get that up to date because I've got a couple of great new ideas. Not to mention that great image that I got from the person whose name I can never pronounce. Sean says, I already read the Bill Ted 3 official trailer drop. Maybe review it. I'm going to check it out after this live stream. Video bring subscribers after the subscribers come to the stream. This is a full-time job. That would be nice indeed. Did you ever check out Walmart? That they send Fruit Loops to Canada. Why get out of bed? I mean, you could have a bed life. You know, sometimes I wish I could. If my computer and everything was set up downstairs in the bedroom, I would probably do that right now. Because I tell you, I am fighting to get every word out right now. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know how I'm going to get through my work day. And days like this are just miserable. And you know, it pisses me off. And I'm sorry, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here, but it just pisses me off that someone can be, and I know I'm not alone in this. I know there are even other people that are friends in this nerd community that go through something like this. And Alexander puts in $5. Thank you so much.
I got him! Great hit! Don't get
And
cocky.
so, let's see
A
what.
first attempt to succeed. The mission linked to Lone Tree, Colorado is on his way. I can't say what is the mission, but this is an important mission.
Well, then I need to know what the mission is. I can't talk about it if I don't know what the mission is. I can't. But I hope it goes well. If assuming that it's not, against capitalism. But anyway, so my tangent. All right, so it's very frustrating to me is that I know that there are people in this country that are genuinely suffering right now, people that are in a lot of pain right now, people that are struggling just to get through each day right now, okay? And I'm not saying that I am like, oh, my poor me, right? Yeah, I got a bad knee. Yeah, I got a bad back. I have good days and bad days. Well, I don't really have good days. I have days that are tolerable and bad days, right? And so the thing that I cannot stand is that the way that our Social Security disability system works, and I can't speak for other countries. I know that I've talked to people in other countries that have had similar problems, but I don't know the details of every place on earth. But at least in the United States, the system is geared to help people that are willing to cheat the system. If you are honest and you have integrity and you put in genuine effort into your life, you will never get any assistance. And I will tell you, it's absolutely aggravating to the core. It pisses me off because here's the thing. The reason that I can't get disability is because I'm working, right? I actually talked to a legal consultant where Bird of Prey recommended, where the people that he used, and they said, oh yeah, you can't get disability because you're working right now. And it's like, I have to work. If I don't work, we lose our house, we lose everything. Well, and so I'm not working because it's convenient for me. I'm working because it's an absolute necessity. But in order to actually show that I'm disabled, I would have to not work. Because otherwise they'll say, well, you can work, and so what happens is what people will do, and this is why I say the system is designed for people that are willing to cheat the system, is, well, don't work. And then you go to the Social Security office, say, see, I can't work. I can't do that work. See, I'm not working because I can't do it. And then you can actually get benefits. And that is wrong. And pain is not considered a disability, which is also wrong. Anyway, John DeMarco says, I don't know if you've seen the discussion on your Discord, but some of us talked about to increase your views, cutting back a few live streams so we can spend more time on videos. You know what? I have not seen that on Discord because honestly, I haven't been on Discord in quite some time because of lack of time. And I will tell you, I get that. I know that, and I know, like Captain Redneck, when he tried to, change the world by announcing to everybody how he was done with me because I spend 4 or 5 hours a day on live streams and I don't ever do any videos. Well, first of all, whatever, because I don't spend 4 or 5 hours a day live streaming, right? I spend between an hour to 2, typically. Yes, there have been the occasional days like last Wednesday where I spent a lot of my day on various live streams throughout the day. But that's the exception, not the rule. So, I spend between 1 and 2 hours a day typically on live streams. My average live stream lately has been probably about 90 minutes or so. And, it's not... I get that, and I've thought about it. But here's the problem, John, and this is really where the catch-22 of it is, that to try and get more views on my videos, I would need to cut back on live streaming so that I could focus more time on producing the videos. But if I cut back on the live streams, then because super chats and stuff are 90% of my YouTube income, I can't pay the mortgage. So I'm kind of trapped there. If I don't do live streams, I literally can't pay the bills. If I do the live streams, then I'm pinched for time a little bit. Now, granted, it's not 4 or 5 hours a day like some people believe, but it still pinches into my time. That's true. And I don't know that there's an easy solution to that, you know, and I get it. I know that, you know, some people think that I'm just lazy or whatever, and they're entitled to their opinion. They're wrong, but they're entitled to their opinion. Robert says, hello today. You should try Library. Trekyards has a channel on Library. Never heard of it, though, unfortunately, no live streaming yet on Library. You know, I've never heard of that service, but I don't know anything about it. Never heard of it. I have tried, what's the one that everybody likes to talk about as an alternate to YouTube? There's one out there that I've tried. There's a couple that I've tried, but let's see. So, Library is time to take back control from YouTube and Amazon. Okay.
Got him! Great hit! Don't get cocky!
Rotten capitalist American system pushed the anti-trekker to live on the Bolshevik money of the crazy communist butcher of Quebec City. Debate done.
Wow. That's wow. That's an interesting way to put it all. So anyway, I don't think that it's the rotten capitalist American system. And Joe Biden puts it up.
I got him! Great hit! Don't get cocky!
I hope I'm not Joshua father. Who is Joshua? Also, Social Security was much better under my presidency, even though nothing changed. It was better because I'm a Democrat.
That must be it. That must be it. So, Alexander, first of all, you are crazy, you are a butcher, and you are a communist. So and you do live in Quebec City. So there we go. However, I don't think that it's the capitalist American system that pushed me to live on the Bolshevik money. I think that it is the fact that Google has their little censorship systems that they do. And because it's kind of interesting, the way that this channel has ebbed and flowed is that whenever, you know, and especially like, oh man, when they hit me at the beginning of this year, it was devastating. Where I was doing those battle breakdown videos, and they were doing awesome every single time. I got like one done each week, and they were just doing absolutely awesome. And then all of a sudden, bam, nobody sees them. Nobody. And then when I started looking at the analytics on it, it was the number of people that were my subscribers that were watching was the same, but YouTube stopped recommending the videos to anybody. And so yes, that is YouTube doing it. And it's unfortunate that what they have been doing is actively trying to promote channels that they want to be successful, and everybody else F them. That's kind of unfortunately what the Google attitude is, you know, what they call an authoritative source is basically a source that they like. And so if you're on their good list, then you are an authoritative source and you will get all the recommendations. You know, now granted, if you're lucky and your channel goes viral in some way, then, you know, you might grow to where the algorithm's not going to affect you that bad. But
I got him! Great hit! Don't get cocky!
and Night Breeze puts in a
Treats for
buck.
Auntie. Death to disco.
Well, Auntie is over there. She's right now. She's asleep. I don't want to bother because she hasn't been feeling well today. But I will give her a treat later on. And Alexander.
I got him! Great hit! Don't get cocky!
More video about 7 of 9 will help you.
I think it would help you more than it would help me. And I'll play that later, my friend. There we go. Darth Maul says a lot of malice and tension is out there in the news of the world. Matthew 11:28-30. Yes, indeed. JP says, Alexander only opens the pocketbook so he doesn't get kicked. Aberjam says, algo equals algorithm. Ah, gotcha. Resolute says, get on the alt tech platforms. The problem is, Resolute, those platforms, some of them are fun and silly, but don't really benefit you that much, like TikTok and stuff like that. I'm on TikTok, and yeah, it's silly and fun. But the problem is that as far as trying to be mainstream and make a little bit of money, there's really no place that competes with YouTube. Not right now. And Thomas says, this is too early. I do Black Ops at night. I'm sorry, Thomas. JP says, you need to take a sick day on days like this. Man, I can't. I don't have any sick time. Because that's the problem, is that, I was on leave for almost, 10 months. And I don't have any time off to take, and that's and the problem is, the company doesn't give a crap, and they don't have to. Have you thought about taking a pain day where you lie in bed and let you heal in your bed? Yeah, I'd love to. I'll probably do that as soon as I'm dead. And Momo donated $1.
I got him! Great hit! Don't get cocky.
Don't forget to take my challenge.
Yeah, well, I think that message was directed to Alexander, but yes. Resolute says, you're probably trying too many different things. Focus less on stuff like 3D prints and more on merch store, lower overhead, more profits. That's not a bad thought, although honestly, the profits on the merch store is not much. Is it ethical to game the system if the system is unethical? That's an interesting question. I don't know, but that kind of sounds an awful lot like, do two wrongs make a right? And that's the problem. I guess part of me is I'm too damn honest, and I know that sounds like I'm trying to be self-righteous about it, but it's kind of true, is that if you are too damn honest, you're not going to get anywhere. I need to figure out a way to be as not honest as I can be. I don't know. Darth Red says, I'm so sorry. I wish you and a load of us could meet up and grab a drink and some good food and nerd out. That would be awesome, Darth Revan, and I do hope one day that will be a possibility. JP says, yes, exactly, up here in Kanukistan. If you have ever worked a day in your life, the system is extremely difficult to collect EIA or disability, but if you've never worked, hand out money. Yeah, and that's the problem. That's the way these systems are designed. Tim says, no, it's not 4 to 5 hours a day. It's 3.5 hours. Oh, sorry. Didn't get the insult against me quite right. But yeah, more like 90 minutes. And LDG corrects himself, says algo. Yeah. Remember, guys, and LDG, I know that you may not realize this, but when you put in acronyms or abbreviations, I very rarely get it because I am actually dyslexic. It's very difficult for me to get that. Elmer Fudd shot first. Yes, Uncle Remus, but unfortunately not anymore, because now Elmer Fudd doesn't have a gun. Sean says 7 of 9 is my queen. Long live the queen. And Aberjam says only a Fudd would bring a knife to a gunfight. Well, I think Bird is Elmer Fudd. No, but 3 lefts do. That is true. 3 lefts do make a right, but 2 wrongs don't. Stan Lee says there was a movie. He was Irish. Yes. Are you talking about the? You talking about Collins? Yes, that was a movie with Liam Neeson. We talked about that earlier. Uncle Reba says, will Marvin the Martian have his ray gun, or will that be removed as well? I don't know, but according to Marvin, I have it on very good authority. What was it that he said? They will take my ray gun over my cold, dead Martian body. Okay. Also, the Illudium Q-35 space modulator is off limits. Stanley says, I already read that. JP says, I get that you've been off for 10 months and that the CO doesn't really give a crap, but ultimately it comes down to yourself. You're sick or in pain, you come first. I'm sick of seeing people working themselves to the bone, growing up with their father that did it for 40 years. What did it get him? 3 knee surgeries and a bad back. Yeah, I get that, JP, but here's the problem. It's very easy to say no. Take care of your health. That's most important. You need to be healthy. You need to take care of yourself. You need to relax a little bit. That's great to say, but in the real world, if I don't work every single day, whether it be on the job or doing YouTube stuff, if I'm not doing that, then bills don't get paid. And if bills don't get paid, we lose the house, we lose, we get the electricity shut off, whatever. We got to pay the bills. It's an absolute necessity. And unfortunately, my son is disabled, my wife is disabled, so it's all on me. And even though technically speaking, I'm disabled as well, as long as I'm physically able to work, then I have to. Because I can't just stop and wait for the system to pay for it, and if that's the way the system worked, I would love to, but it doesn't work that way. But yeah. Where was I? Captain Trek says, I'm sorry, TikTok is for attention disorder generation, where it's designed for the lowest IQ people. I tend to agree. I mean, most of the stuff on, the TikTok thing, I gotta say, it's fun to a certain extent, but I really, when I start watching TikTok videos and I realize the kind of stuff that's getting millions of views, and I'm like, this is crap. Besides the fact that they're, I know some of it's just silly, fun stuff, but then you have these people that just want to do stuff for shock value, to say horrible things and do horrible things, and I'm, it's like, really, whatever. Let's see. You didn't know 90% of school shootings performed by comical cartoon characters. No, I did not know that, Aberjam. That is new to me. LDS Pickles donated $1.
Drop 5G man and drop pure water. Join the Flat Earth Society.
I haven't talked to Darren about 5G or pure water, but I don't think that LD and Darren would see eye to eye on that. Kronos says, hey, Biojacker, just waving and thumbing up. Thank you, Kronos. Take care, my friend. Darth Revan says, I'm going to make a YouTube channel as a fake SJW and sound very convincing. Oh, name Rainbow Morningstar. Let me know when you do it, Darth. I want to see that. Nightbreeze says, me poo. Tim Christ says, if you don't get no tolls, then you don't get no rolls. Men in tights. I don't remember that line. Darth says, how's Miss Anchiker doing? Hope she's okay. Give her a hug for me. I will give her a hug. But yeah, I get it. She's doing all right.
I got him! Great kid!
And Arvik!
I'm having a rough day emotionally, but your live streams always help. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry if you're having a tough day, man. And I know, man, you and me, I'm not, for me, it's more physical than emotional, but it's been emotionally heavy for me today as well. So, if we can pull ourselves out of this together, then that's what it's all about. And that's what I love about this channel, is that regardless of if it ever becomes financially successful, I love the fact that I consider it spiritually successful. And I don't mean that like I'm not converting people to come to Christ. What I mean is that we as a nerd community are a little bit stronger. And we can lift each other up. We can help each other out. We can offer each other support. Sometimes in a practical sense, like money, sometimes in just, talking to each other and lifting each other up. And so I'm very proud of that, and it absolutely, that makes it worthwhile. But Arabic, I'm sorry that you're having a rough day, and hopefully it'll be a little bit less rough. Don't forget to watch Bird of Prey 5 later today. I'm sure he's going to be streaming and saying more horrible things about Mrs. Antitrekker, because apparently Bird of Prey hates Mrs. Antitrekker. And so, that's okay. Bird of Prey is a sick bastard. Stan Lee says we also have to get you a seat next to Bird of Prey. I would actually love to visit him up in Bayside. I get what you're saying completely. You and I could go on this subject. I'm sure we'll get nowhere. I know. Nightbreeze says that is a quote from Little John when he meets Robin. Okay, I don't remember that part. I really don't. But you know, I watched Men in Tights like not too long ago, but yeah, but then again, I'm just, you know, tired maybe. Pianodean says, wow, I went to sleep right at midnight and you were still streaming. I wake up right at 10 and you're still streaming. 10 hours of sleep rocks. Oh, 10 hours of sleep. I miss those days. Tonight I got 6 hours of sleep. And actually not even that. But yeah. But welcome, Dean. Valor says, good morning. I swear YouTube hates me. If it wasn't for Vivian, I swear I would miss half of your streams. Well, I'm glad you have Vivian then. And don't worry, YouTube hates me more than it hates you. Average Time says, stop being stroppy and pull yourself together, man. Eat more ice cream. I can't, you know, that's the other, I can't eat more ice cream. I'm on a diet. Granted, I got some low carb ice cream that is kind of like, you know, it's like, you know, I can't believe it's not ice cream, but it doesn't taste like ice cream, but it tastes like something that's supposed to taste like ice cream. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely not ice cream. If that makes any sense. Andrew, it'll be about Christmas. About Christmas. Only a Christmas present for you guys. Oh, okay. Oh, your channel will be up around Christmas? Okay. I'm looking forward to it. And Captain Trek encouraging Arvik, absolutely. And that's something I love to see, is that I know whenever somebody's talking about how they're having a bad day, I always see somebody else commenting right back at them that, you know, to help encourage them. And that's awesome. So thank you, Captain Trek. Jude says, right after Robin, they refused to pay the tolls. He and John had an epic staff fight where their staffs kept breaking. Oh, okay, I remember the staffs breaking now. I don't remember that line, but I do remember that the like they got down to where they're like, tick, 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 yeah. Bird is pay for his evilness. Yes, Bird must pay. Tim says you need to rewatch your movies. Well, which movie specifically? Doomcock has a Doomicorn stampede. You need a shitstorm. Yeah, that's true. I love it, Resolute. But you know the problem is, you see, Doomcock, when he does a live stream, you know, he'll get hundreds and sometimes even thousands of people watching. And so the Doomicorn Stampede, obviously everybody wants to join in, and it's a quick way because, you know, it's not expensive to throw in a Doomicorn. And so, like, you know, we have 50 people here right now, and I don't expect 50 people to all give me, you know, $5 every single day. Now, granted, if 50 people gave me $5 every single day, I'd be happy as a clam. But I don't expect that. And Resolute tries to get the shitstorm started. But absolutely, like if I was doing big live streams like Doomcock, then yes, that would probably be a thing. Let's see. Where was it? Average says, Bird of Prey 5, there's Low, then there's Bedrock, then there's Karoga. Indeed. And there's Resolute's shitstorm. Thank you so much, Resolute. I do appreciate it. I will say this. I am the only YouTuber that I know of that actually has their own emoji on every major system that exists, including YouTube, as you can see right there. Pianodean says, defunding the police is wrong. They work really hard on Ghost of the Machine and Synchronicity. They deserve those royalties. Wow. Tim says, in my best Chris Tucker voice, what's wrong? I can't do Chris Tucker. What's wrong with you? It's like low-fat mayo. Mayo is fat. Exactly. Might as well get sugar-free ice cream. Yes, that's... Although I do have some no-sugar added dark chocolate imitation ice cream product that's not too bad, you know, but it's not great. You need to tell Miss Antriker about what Bird of Prey 5 said and have her come do some serious finger wagging at him. I might have to do something. Eat regular mayo or don't eat mayo. Stanley says, I'm the opposite. I agree with that everything sucks and encourage you to wallow in your pain. Wow, thanks, I guess. Diet ice cream. Pfft, where's the joy in that? Well, it's less. Yeah. It's less joy, which is joyless.
Hello, world.
And JP's tries to get the shitstorm going from Resolute. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Yes. If only the turd avatar sticker was like a $10 one, that would be awesome. But no, I'm kidding. Thank you, JP. I appreciate it. Don't buy ice cream. Oh, and Night Breeze puts in a $2 turd. Thank you. That's a number 2 turd. Hey, I wonder what our disembodied lady will say, since that's an actual text. Of course, now it's going to take its time, so we'll give it a minute. Which is better for you, percentage, YouTube or Patreon? Which is better for me? Generally, Patreon. And there's Night Breeze.
I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
Poop.
There we go. I had no idea what you would say for that, so there it is. And let's see. And there's a C where Dave Chappelle says this ain't exactly the Mississippi. Oh yeah, I remember that. I do remember that line. So, well, man, Uncle Reba says the Bill and Ted trailer looks lame to him. You know, it's funny because 2 other people said it looked good. But I don't know yet. I'll check it out after the stream. Hey, Andrew, for your YouTube background, would the Captain Pike Bridge from The Cage look good? Well, I like the Captain Pike Bridge, actually, except for, and I know it's funny because this is, so JP's up with a 5 turd in there. Thank you so much. And we'll wait for that to happen in a minute. The Pike Bridge was okay, except I didn't like the paper printouts was stupid, and I don't remember what you call the like metal snake thing that held some of the viewing screen on the captain's chair. Didn't like that very much.
I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
Poop. Take that.
And Thomas puts in a lot of poop for $1.99. Thank you, Thomas, and we'll see what happens when that one catches up. And now Dan is just laughing hysterically at various poop. Yes, indeed. So yes, I am the one and only YouTuber that actually has his own emoji. Yeah, I mean, I know the Doomacorn thing is funny, but let's be real. The Doomacorn emoji is not a Doomacorn. It's just a unicorn that Doomcock calls a Doomacorn. However, the poop emoji is the poop emoji. Hello, world. And here comes Night Breezes. It's funny because they always reverse the order when 2 are back to back like that.
Poop, 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 poop. Hashtag Mepu.
Mepu. Hello, world.
I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
Poop, 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 poop.
Wow, we're just getting a whole lot of poop here. So I think you guys are having just a little too much fun with that, but I do truly appreciate it. So there we go. We've had our first official shitstorm here on the channel. So thank you, all of you. Night Breeze, Thomas, JP, and yes, and Resolute that started the whole thing. So thank you. But I do need to wrap it up. I'm really hurting, and it's going to take me a half an hour to try and get downstairs just to use the restroom. So I better get started before I really have to go to bed. But thank you guys for the encouragement. I do truly appreciate it. I'm going to try to get some work done today because I do need to get a video out in the next couple of days. It's difficult, but I'm going to keep fighting. And thank you, John D. puts in $1.
I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
Turd.
So, hey, you know, that's like, it's funny because you could say, instead of duck, duck, goose, we could play poop, poop, turd. It's, and LDG puts in a couple bucks, and June puts in 99 cents for a turd. Thank you both. I appreciate you keeping the shitstorm going. I truly do. And we'll wait for our disembodied friend to at least read LDGs, because June, unfortunately, on the super stickers, I don't know why Streamlabs doesn't read super stickers. It should, but it doesn't. And let's see. And come on. How about today? There we go.
Hello world.
I got him! Great hit! Don't get cocky.
Hello world.
See, nothing.
I got him! Great hit! Don't get cocky.
Son of a poop.
Son of a poop. Although better to be a son of a poop than a son of a bitch, which is what Bird is. Oh, no, he's not. You see, that's the thing. I can't call Bird a son of a bitch because I love Mama Prey. So, Mama Prey is awesome. So, he's not a son of a bitch. He's just a bitch.
Hello world.
I got him! Great
All right,
hit.
Thomas, let's see what we got here.
Poop, smiley face, speechless face, party face, sick face.
Hello world.
Wow, thank you guys. And Resolute tries to finish up the chit storm with another piece of chit. So thank you so much, Resolute. I do appreciate it, my friend. And June says, that's okay. Gotta go watch porn. Well, you have fun with that. Not my bag, but I get it. So, all right, guys, thank you once again. You guys are awesome. You truly are. I know I say it all the time, but you really are the best dang crowd of people on YouTube. And, do support the rest of the nerd community. Check out Rambling Canuck's video that he did about defunding the police. It's really good. Check out Bird of Prey's stream later on today. LDG Pixels will probably be streaming for like 16 hours today. Check him out when you get a chance. And by the way, LD, if you need help with your computer stuff, LD's the man to ask. So ask him whatever you got. Just don't ask him about Dell in front of Yosef, because that's just mean. Bird is a bitch, and remember, annual crystal skull for Bird. Indeed. Brother says, have to make dinner, so you be well. Here's the day when you say, I'm back to myself. Wow, remembering that mental heft coronavirus, but was good to see all those new subs. I'm looking forward to that day very much. Sorry, my money is worthless. It is not worthless, JP. I said JP? I said you. I said, when I said everybody, I said Nightbreeze, Thomas, JP, and then I took a minute and said, and Resolute, who started it. That's how I said it. Your money is definitely not worthless to me, JP. Your money is worth $1 per dollar, 100% of the time. All right, guys, take care. Thank you again, and see you tomorrow.
Making your way with the nerds today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from hating JJ sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to just get laid? Sometimes you want.
And of course, Rock Solid wants to be his usual killjoy there. By the way, good to see you, Rock Solid. And sometimes I wonder if is Soft Putty like your alt channel? Is that actually you? I'm just trying to figure that out. But anyway, Rock Solid, so I'm assuming that you want, like, either your horror lore or some... Oh, you want number 4 today. All right. And we'll wait for... There it is.
Hello world.
I got him! Great hit! Don't get cocky.
And so number 4... Oh, and I forgot. I owe Alexander a little bit, too. And so Alexander, I did not forget about. Well, I did forget about you, but I remembered. Maybe. Eventually.
Board vessels moving into range.
On screen.
Let's get lost in that magic place all alone now. Drink your fill from my fountain of love, wet your lips. I'm a man, I'm a teaser, I'm a man, well I'm a virgin, I'm a man, I'm a one-night stand, a man, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a dream, I'm a dream divine, make love together.
He's dead.
I might have to post that one on TikTok. I think that's a good idea.
Go where all the Trekkies know your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be in a galaxy where Star Trek isn't lame. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Rock Solid's being playful today. How you what are we gonna do this time, buddy? Okay, I knew you couldn't go through a day without seeing Horror Reloaded.
Hey, you wanna learn about Jesus?
There's no such thing as hooker.
I got him! Great hit! Open
Hey, you wanna learn about Jesus?
There's no such thing as hooker-client confidentiality.
Yeah, I would post that one on TikTok, but nobody would get it because, you know, unless you know who Lore Reloaded is, then it would just kind of, the whole lore and order thing wouldn't work.
Turds of a feather flock together, that's what we believe. We know a place that's got you covered, a place to get relief. Wouldn't you like to say me poo? Sometimes you wanna go where turn-a-steadies know your name, and all Kurogans are to blame. You wanna be where you can see Kuroga go up in flames. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
You son of a bitch, anti-tracker!